Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we will learn about how to completing the square of the quadratic equation. And completing the square is a very special technique for find the maximum point or minimum point, or another way too easy to using that to solving the quadratic equation. So I want you to combine. I want you to learn more about the completing the square today. So what does it mean completing the square? We've been using the two formula to in the algebra, maybe basic formula. A squared plus 2ab and plus b squared will be equal to a plus b squared. And the second one is a squared minus 2ab and plus b squared equal to a minus b squared. So as you know that the left hand side of this equation we have the square and maybe a larger term than the right hand side. The right hand side we have that's a square of sum or only the square of the difference. So we've been changed in the exercise from the left hand side to right hand side. For example, I have the equation minus x squared minus 4x plus 9 equal to y. Okay, so as you combine this formula will be corresponding to the first one. So we've been using the first formula to change completing the square for this one. And for a, you got a square and h corresponding to h square here. So you can imagine that h equal to a. And when you got a square, it will be have to plus 2ab because the second term is 2ab in the formula. Okay, you have to remember this formula. That's only two cases. And 2, and you know a is x, so you write down x. And the last term have to be b, the value for b. But the value for b here times to 2x, you have unchanged the 4x in the previous one. So b will be equal to 2, and after that we will plus with the b square, and you know about b equal to 2, so you have b square here and minus b square. Because why you have the minus b square here? Because you go to add to 2 square, so you have to want to unchange this formula. This equation you should minus for 2 square, and then you rewrite for plus 9. Okay, and the first three terms we combine them together. That's like the formula a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and you will shorten them like x plus 2, and you have square outside. And the outside of the formula of the bracket you have the minus 4 and plus 9, and you have the plus 5 here. So we finished the completing the square. From the first equation you have the quadratic general form. So the second one you have only the square of sum and plus 5. It may be easy form or simplest form than the last one. Okay. Example 2.
Mọi người trật tự một chút được không ạ?
Example 2. You have a square plus 8x and plus 11, and it's equal to 0. So quite easy to recognize that you've been using the a square and 2ab and b square is a plus b square. So I will corresponding x for a. So we have the a square here and plus 2ab. We write a and you identify b is 4. You know about b, so you have to write down b square. 4 square, and you have to minus 4 square because the add to 4 square, so you have to minus 4 square for unchain the original function or original equation, and you will write 11. And the first three terms, a squared, 2ab, and b squared, will be combined a plus b. It means a plus 2 square. And the outside you have the minus 16 and plus 11. And you can write out like this. Okay, so this is example 2. And okay, one more example. Minus 10x and plus 4 equal to 0. Okay, and for this one I will apply a square minus 2ab and plus b square is a minus b square. So a square minus 2ab, and you know about b is 5, so 5 square and minus 5 square for unchange the equation, and we write 4. The first three terms, a square minus 2ab and b square, you will have x minus 5 square, and the outside the bracket minus 25 and plus 4, x minus 5 square and minus 21. Okay, so for in the three example, you apply for the first formula and the second one for completing the square, and of course perfect made by practice. So I will give you some exercise you can practice by yourself, or you can work with your partner. And maybe you will recognize that the coefficient for the four example here always of the x square always equal to 1. This means the coefficient of x square means a always equal to 1 for this video. In this video, so I just want you practice from the basics to advanced, and for this video let's practice with a equal to 1. I mean the coefficient of x square equal to 1. And if you fluently understand about the completing the square technique, and in the next video we will learn about the completing the square with a different to 1. I mean the coefficient of the x square will different to 1. Okay, so see you in next video, and don't forget subscribe and like my channel. Thank you so much.